And talking about gender equality, the next speaker is also equally inspiring. She's a board member of Women Moving Millions. She's a producer, and she's done amazing work to mobilize and support women. And that's Jana Shea. Jana, welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here today. I don't really make talks very often, so I have my little cheat sheet. Among so many fellow feminists and friends, thank you to Wendy for the invitation to speak, and really for the privilege of being here to witness what women can achieve when we collectively work together. Growing up, I had a deep dissatisfaction with the career paths that I thought I was limited to. And I had a very difficult time reconciling that my future would be determined by what was assumed to be the only options for women at the time. I am dating myself, but I'm a lot older than a lot of you. But back then, I was told I could be a secretary, a nurse, a teacher, a dental hygienist, maybe, a stewardess. And of course, all of these paths are good and valid ones, but even as a young girl, I couldn't understand why my expected path was so limited and narrow. My best friend, Robin, and I used to ride her tandem bicycle back and forth between our houses, kind of with a bit of a woe is me, and daydream about becoming independently wealthy so we could do whatever service projects we found interesting to make the world a better place. After all, we were Girl Scouts, and we took our responsibility to do good in the world very seriously. It was only after I had helped start several companies that I realized that the job that we had always imagined was really that of an entrepreneur, and that I should use my own talents to work toward limitless possibility and potential for growth for both myself and others. After spending 12 years in the corporate world at Southern New England Telephone and 20 more at home raising my kids, I was looking for a job that was going to be more to me than a paycheck. I hooked up with a local women's fund in New Haven, and to my surprise learned that I loved fundraising. It came naturally to me because it's a job where you share your passion, and if it's a match that fulfills the passion of someone else, then bingo, you've raised the money and you're on to your next donor or investor. These skills allowed me to found Seaview Productions with my partner Greg Noble, who's here with me today, and my Seaview friends, to explore changes on how theater is made for Broadway. We found that we were both interested in bringing more brand new plays and musicals to the stage. Seaview is making theater that looks more like the America that we live in today. We are attracted to producing work that brings a unique perspective to the stage, such as Tony Award-winning musical Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. We did Seawall this summer with Jake Gyllenhaal, and we have a play currently running called Slave Play. We plan to champion work continually that raises up women and puts new faces and stories on stage. We're taking bold steps to make Broadway more accessible by supporting some new philanthropic ticketing initiatives that we've done with our show Slave Play that will grow and foster new audiences. We're pushing for these changes by raising theater investment money differently. We're launching our own fund called the Imagine Equal Theater Fund that will increase the likelihood of an investor's chance of making a profit and allow for commercial endeavors and art not only to coexist, but to thrive. Another problem in life that led me to a new business is trying to find new methods to help people that suffer from opioid and alcohol addiction. I happen to be in recovery for 38 years today, November 15th, 2019. So I am lucky to be here celebrating that fact that I've been blessed with sobriety for that long with all of you today. So it led me to thinking, and with a partner of mine, that today's brick and mortar rehab centers have an even worse track record of success than Broadway. Less than 20% of those leaving a rehab this month will be sober a year from now. Our startup company, Aware Recovery Care, is the first in-home medical model for care for addiction. My partner, Steve, had a brainstorm one day to adapt the model of visiting nurses who deliver service and to people in their homes, and we would deliver service to the addict in the place that they live. After being locked away for a 30-day program, many people just can't seem to stay sober without more ongoing care. We supply a counselor and a full medical team that follows your case for an entire year for the very same price as a 1-month residential rehab, which runs right now to about $40,000. Our success rates have been over 60% of our clients are still sober a year after starting our program. So we're spreading to a few more states, and other insurance companies are signing on. All I want to say is entrepreneurship is, to me, about identifying a problem, finding the right team to execute a solution, and then over-delivering on your promise to your investors. I intend to keep on doing that with these companies until it's time to solve another problem. Please, all of you superwomen in the audience, go out fearlessly and solve the world's problems, okay? We're sitting here at the UN where people that work here try to do that every day. Congratulations to all the honorees, and thank you for including my story in this inspiring tapestry that celebrates all of our strength and hope for the future. Thanks.
Thank you. And thank you, Jana, for mentioning the UN. I want to give you a statistic about the UN. When Secretary General Antonio Guterres came into power, he insisted that he must have at least 50% senior women in the organization. And he has succeeded and exceeded that number. So really, he came in with the idea that enough is enough. If you need to recommend a candidate to me, I need you to tell me why I should not have a woman candidate. So he changed the tables on the UN. So it's just huge credit to him.